All right, my football fanatics. Ooh, let's talk some NFL. And we're looking forward to it. Get into this, find out where we're at. We're getting close to the end of the season now. We just talked about the college football playoffs and what's coming up. I will leave that video right over here at the end of the video here. All right? For those that are new with us, welcome to the channel. This is Pop Sports. I'm Pops, and we're going to have some fun. So let's talk about it. Let's see what we're into with the standings right now, right? So in the AFC East, right, we got the Buffalo Bills on top at 10-3. It's understandable. I think they're pretty much locked. Miami at 6-7. The Jets at 3-10, and Patriots at 3-10. Oof. And I also just heard a rumor this morning about the Patriots that Belichick is being looked at for the NC job, the North Carolina job. So, yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. But anyway, AFC North, we got Pittsburgh at 10-3. Again, I don't think anybody's got much of a chance of overtaking them as long as they win out. Baltimore at 8-5, Cincinnati at 5-8, and Cleveland at 3-10. So, interesting. And we'll look at the games here in a minute for this week too, see where we're at with everything. You got Houston at 8-5 in the AFC South, Indianapolis at 6-7. See, that could switch up, right? Indianapolis could easily take over Houston at the top or whatever. There's still some games left to figure that out, right? Jacksonville at 3-10 and Tennessee at 3-10. And then the AFC West got Kansas City at 12-1. I think they're locked. LA Chargers at 8-5, Denver Broncos at 8-5, and the Raiders at 2-11. So, that'll be interesting. All right, let's see the NFC East here. We got Philadelphia at 11-2. Yeah, I think they're pretty much locked in too. Washington at 8-5. Ooh, that could be interesting because Washington wins out. That would put them at 11-5. Excuse me, so that could be interesting too. Dallas at 5-8 and New York Giants at 2-11. 2-11. And then the NFC North, Detroit. We know Detroit's locked it up. But the Vikings could be right there too, at 11-2. Ooh, interesting. Green Bay at 9-4 and Chicago at 4-9. Okay. NFC South, Tampa Bay at 7-6, Atlanta at 6-7, New Orleans at 5-8, and Carolina at 3-10. All right. Interesting. So you got some that could go either way here. NFC West, you got Seattle at 8-5, Los Angeles Rams at 7-6. So that could switch too. Arizona at 6-7, they're not out of the hunt either, and neither is San Francisco. So that's a division that could go a number of different ways over the next couple of games. Interesting. All right, let's see where the games are this weekend, right? See what we got. Okay, we got the Rams and 49ers. See, we just talked about them. Tomorrow night at 7:15. That's an interesting one. And you know what? The way the Rams are playing right now, I'm going to take the Rams in that one by 7. Now, these are personal picks and personal opinions. Please let me know what you think. Down in the comments, I'd love to know, right? Then you got the Dolphins and Texans. Well, I'm going to take the Dolphins in that one because I think they're coming on right now too. The Dolphins by 10. You got Cowboys and Panthers. Ooh, that's a wild one. I'm actually going to take the Panthers in that one by 3. I know some of y'all are going to say, are you crazy? Dallas is going to crush the Panthers. Well, I ain't so sure about that right now. Dallas had a bit of a boo-boo at the end of this last game, so, yeah, I'm not so sure about that right now. Although it was a high-scoring game, so I don't know. We'll have to see where that goes. We also have the Jets and Jaguars. I'm going to take the Jets in that one by 10. Bengals and Titans. I'm going to take the Bengals by 21. And good luck to Joe Burrow, by the way. I heard his house was broken into. Good luck getting all that squared away. I hate to hear that. I hate to hear anybody's house getting broken into, but I really hate to hear that. I do. Guy works hard like that. Leave his stuff alone. What the hell's the matter with you? Doesn't make any sense to me. Ravens and Giants. Ravens by 17. Chiefs and Browns. Interesting one. The Chiefs have still got some work to do, admittedly. Patrick Mahomes himself admitted that. But I'm going to take the Chiefs by 10. No, 14. Commanders and Saints. I'm going to take the Saints by 7. Steelers and Eagles. Ooh, that could be a wild one. That's on the 15th as well. Sunday, right? Yep. What we say, Steelers and Eagles? I'm going to take the Steelers. No, I'm going to take the Eagles by 7. And then we got the Colts and Broncos. I'll take the Broncos by 3. Buccaneers and Chargers. I'm going to take the Bucks by 3. I don't think either one of those are going to be high-scoring affairs, personally. Like I said, personal opinions on these now. All right. Lions and Bills. I take the Lions by... That'll be a good game. I'm going to take the Lions by 7. Cardinals and Patriots. I'm going to take the Cards by 10. And then Packers and Seahawks. I'm going to take the... That's a hard one, too. I'm going to take the Seahawks by 14. And then on Monday, you got the Bears and Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings by 21. And then Falcons and Raiders, I'm going to take the Falcons by 7. And then we'll get into the other ones next week. But listen, where do you think they stand? Let's get rid of the schedule there. Where do you think they stand going into the playoffs? Are we going to have some switches here with, like Seattle and Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals? Could we see some switches there? I think so. There could definitely be some switches. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New Orleans, they're all within a couple games of each other. I think we could see some switches there. Minnesota and Detroit, I think they could go back and forth over this last couple games. But I think they're both going to be in the playoffs. There's almost zero doubt in my mind about it. Eagles, I think, are pretty much wrapped. But the Commanders win out, they could be definitely in this thing too. What else we got? Yeah, we had a couple more. Chiefs are going to be in. There's no doubt about that, right? But there again, Chargers went out 4 games. 3 games. I mean, Pittsburgh's going to be in. Almost zero doubt about that as well. See, here's another one that could go Indianapolis and Houston. And then Miami and Buffalo. If Miami wins out, that would put them at what, 9-7? So they could still be in this thing too. Yeah, I think the wild cards are going to be wild to follow too. So we're going to follow that as we go, all right? Hey, listen, everybody, thank you for joining me. We got our picks in for this week. Let's see where they happen. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments if you would. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. And we'll see what happens this weekend. We're going to follow the college ball too. First round of the playoffs is this weekend, so let's see what we got there as well, all right? And then we'll talk about it next week. I'll be back with some basketball here in a little while because we're cranking up in basketball too. So let's see what we got there, all right? This is Old Pops. I will see y'all in a bit. We are out.